Hello and welcome to the Good Hope Hiker channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up a portable solar power system. This will enable you to power a TV, small fridge, lights and more whenever you're away from home. We can get very technical around solar power systems, but for this video I just want to show you a basic setup for using some of the most common items, and also give you some information around what to consider before buying all of the equipment. The setup I'm going to show you is not suitable for running heavy load appliances such as kettles, toasters or even a one-plate stove. For anything cooking or heating related, rather use a gas solution. The components I used in this video are one 1200 amp hour battery, a 1500 watt power inverter, a 150 watt portable solar panel array, and a 12 or 24 volt 20 amp charge controller. So before we get into the setup, let me explain what each component actually does and how they all fit together. The battery is the heart of your system and stores all the power generated from your solar panel to be used to run appliances. The battery I'm using is a deep cycle battery. These are designed to be regularly discharged to around 50 to 60% of its capacity, but you never want to fully discharge your battery. So the common items you could be running when camping could be a fridge, lights, a TV, laptops or charging mobile devices. A camping fridge, depending on the size of the fridge, should run somewhere between 1 and 4 amps per hour. If it's being used as a freezer as well, then it will draw around 2 to 4 amps per hour. So a 100 amp hour battery could run a camping fridge for about 10 hours if it draws 5 amps per hour. On the subject of camping lights, in my camping setup, I have lighting as a separate system that came with its own mini solar panel. Lighting for camping has come such a long way that you can buy very good solutions online. But if you did want to run lighting off your portable solar power system, then this is very easily done, especially if you're using LED lighting. For example, a 1.2 watt LED light operating off a 100 amp hour battery would last for approximately 1000 hours. For some, a TV is an essential item. You can get TVs that will run off 12 volts, but if you want to use your domestic TV, then different sizes and types consume different watts. For example, a 30-inch LCD TV will run at 60 watts, so will last for about 20 hours, while the LED version runs at 50 watts, so this will last around 23 hours. Then mobile phones and laptops. A 17-inch laptop typically comes with a 90 watt charging adapter, so your 100 amp hour battery will last around 13 hours. And charging two mobile phones uses around 50 watts if being charged for 2 hours a day, so the power usage isn't that big. Before you go out and buy solar equipment, you need to decide what you want to run and for how long each day. You also need to know the watts for each device. This will determine the size of your solar panel, battery and everything else. The next piece of kit is the charge controller. This regulates the current from the solar panels to a safe level so it can charge your battery. It will also prevent your battery from being overcharged and also being discharged at night if you leave it connected. The charge controller needs to be matched to the solar panels you are going to use. It's a good idea to go larger than the one you actually need for your setup. Then the inverter. An inverter converts power from direct current coming from your battery to alternating current, which is what your house uses. A 4000 watt inverter will be able to run more and larger devices than a 1500 watt inverter, but you will also need a larger battery bank and other solar supporting equipment to allow for that load to be used. The most common and least expensive is a modified sine wave inverter, but buying a pure sine wave inverter is the best, as it ensures everything you power will be running to its full functionality and capacity, but they are more expensive. Our portable solar panel will work like this. The solar panels get energy from the sun. The charge controller manages the energy transferred to the battery. The battery stores the energy. The power inverter converts direct current DC power from the battery to alternating current AC power. And then your devices can use the AC power coming from the inverter. Step 1. Connect your charge controller to the battery so it can pick up the available charge. Step 2. Connect the charge controller to the battery, positive to positive and negative to negative. Step 3. Connect your solar panel to the charge controller, also positive to positive and negative to negative. Step 4. Connect the power inverter to the battery. Face your solar panels to the sun. The charge controller will show that it is charging the battery from the solar panels. Plug your device into the inverter. So with devices attached and running off your battery, how do you determine what percentage your battery charges at? For this, you can use a multimeter or even connect a digital voltmeter or wattmeter to your battery. If you use a multimeter, then disconnect everything from your battery first. Set the mode to DC, set the scale to 12 volts, then take the reading. Once you have a reading, you can check the state of charge of your battery. A fully charged deep cycle battery will be anything from 12.6 or 13 volts. It could even be higher than 13 volts. If your battery quickly runs down to 11 volts after being fully charged, then you could have a faulty cell. If your battery reading is 10.5 volts or below, then your battery will need to be replaced. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe and hit the bell to be notified of our next video.